If you read the whole thing, you will see the exploits of Judah. But I want you to see his weakness. Genesis chapter 38, please, fast. And you will see where David got this weakness for women. It came to pass that at that time, Judah went down from his brethren. Isolation. I want you to watch that. Isolation. The last time we read about this kind of problem with David, he said all the mighty men went to war. The time when kings go to war, he stayed back. Immorality, it requires privacy and secrecy. He left his brethren, went down, and turned into a certain Adullamite whose name was Helah. Verse 2. And Judah saw there the daughter of a certain Canaanite, this enemy that you fought. You killed their giants. You destroyed their armies. You took their spoils. You conquered their nations. Now you see one of their daughters. This is the same mistake of Samson. The same Philistines you killed, you destroyed. You saw this beautiful Philistine girl called Delilah. The name of this girl was Shua. Write that name. When you write it, you write beside it Delilah. Write beside it Jezebel. The name can change, but the anointing, the demon, has not changed. Write beside it Herodias. You know, they said there is a man that will come in the spirit of Elijah. His name was John the Baptist. So the Jezebel that used to trouble Elijah also came again in his time, called Herodias. He just changed name and package it. It's the same. So if you're going to carry the spirit of might, this is what you need to fear. Another one is this issue of pride and rebellion. He saw there the daughter of a Canaanite. The same people you've been killing since. How can you go to bed with the enemy? Because you think she's a female. They are more deadly than those giants you have been killing. And he took her and went into her. He slept with her. Verse 3. And she conceived and bare a son. He called his name Er. So he had 3 boys from this lady. First son, Er. Verse 4. And she conceived again and bare a son. She called his name Onan. Second son, Onan. Verse 5. And she yet again conceived and bare a son and called his name Shelah. And he was at Chezib when she bare him. These 3 boys died. David lost 4 boys. Judah lost his 3 sons and had nothing left. So the lineage will have been closed down. One adultery, David, 4 boys. And if you want to know how rebellion started under David, that boy called Absalom. David married good women from Israel because the Bible, the covenant bans that you don't marry the enemy. You don't cross. It is as serious as adultery. So because somebody else will say, I'm not committing adultery, you go and marry the daughters of strange God, you are worse than the person even come. You are in the same mess. David went to one of those kings after you conquered them and took the daughter to wife. That lady gave birth to Absalom. I want you to see what's happening with Absalom. When he does something, he is corrected. He runs away back to his mother's place. And the king of the place will reinforce him with rebellion. Reinforce him. When he finished staying, then one time David will tell him to come back home. He will come back home. He's now worse than before. It was his mother and his mother's people that was responsible for his destruction. The person that killed Absalom was the strange wife of David and his people. Every time you see a rebellious person, there is something blowing horn for them. You don't see. When you see Ahab, there is Jezebel. A man so powerful, so wealthy, lost his lineage. I want to see what he did. So he has made the mistake. He decides, I'm not going to marry a Canaanite for my sons. Their mother insisted that they will all marry Canaanites. So when he gets a good wife, the woman refused. You people will not have children with this lady. I want to see how the history, the problem started. Watch verse 5, verse 6. Verse 6, I want you to. Judah took a wife for his son, whose name was Tamar. Everyone said Tamar. Good girl. They typed the children. The woman, their mother, said, don't get her pregnant. Don't get any child for her. She wants them to go and marry for her types. Because people talk about Jezebel. Have you read about Atalia in the Bible? That's the daughter of Jezebel. That one wiped a whole dynasty. Killed everybody from the royal family. It's only one person that escaped. She was far more wicked than her mother. You cannot be mentored by Jezebel and not be a Jezebel. Be careful what I'm telling you. Atalia was direct daughter of Jezebel. That one, if you see what she did before they finally killed her. Verse 7. Judah's first son was wicked. Why was this boy wicked? You are supposed to be the person through which the Messiah will come, through which David will come. Wicked. The mother was discipling the boys. In the sight of the Lord, he was wicked in the sight of, and the Lord slew him. Do you know what it was? Don't get a child for your wife. Verse 8. So Judah said to Onan, second son, go into your brother's wife, because that's the custom in Israel. Marry this girl so that our lineage does not close down. And raise seed to thy brother. Look at verse 9. Onan knew that the seed should not be his. It came to pass when he went into his brother's wife, he spilled it on the ground, spilling the seed on the ground. He wouldn't let the sperm in. He didn't want her to get pregnant, so she kept the woman barren, lest he should give his seed to his brother. So what did God do? Verse 10, he killed him, and the thing displeased the Lord, therefore he slew him. Because of this, if you Google the rabbis of Israel, they are against masturbation. Men spilling their seed on the ground just for fun. Israel banned because of this thing. Verse 12, verse 11. The third boy. Then said Judah to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, remain a widow at thy father's house, till Shelah my son, the third one, be grown. For he said, lest peradventure he died also, as his brethren did. And Tamar went and dwelt in her father. He said, don't get into any relationship. Don't remarry. This one is still young, but he will marry you. Of course, the boy did not marry Tamar. And this girl wasted her years. You know why the boy did not marry Tamar? The mother now went to Canaan and brought him a Canaanite wife. And married where she came from, and God killed that one too. So now Judah is with childless. What the wrong marriage can cause, what the wrong sexual activity can cost. Okay, when the girl saw she didn't get anything again after she was told not to remarry, she could utilize her life. So she dressed like a harlot and went by the way where Judah used to pass, and dressed very seductively and sat by the road. And Judah saw her. He said, please, I need one night. And it is this thing that got him into marrying that girl, the wife he married in the first place. Because he went to a party, left his bread and went. And when he got there, he saw this girl. So the girl was the one that was serving them alcohol with mini skirts. You know, there's nobody anointed like you. Anytime you preach, I melt in church. Drink. Be careful of who is cooking for you. Better get your wife cooking for you and all those nonsense. A lot of people. Adam died through his stomach. After giving him wine, when he saw he was drunk, exactly what they did to Samson. He went in and slept with him. Judah said with his mouth, if his eyes were clear, he wouldn't have done it. That his father taught him that these women of Canaan are very wicked. If you have not been taught about marrying an unbeliever, learn it. And it's not just unbeliever. They are agents of darkness. Don't marry for your flesh. Marry for your destiny. All these... The good girl that loved you, you loved the girl, is around you. Look at her. You leave her. It is that one that has the marine anointing. The one that is humble, that is godly, that is whatever you despise. So he slept with the girl got pregnant. When Judah heard it, he said, my daughter-in-law, I told you to keep, you are going to die. It was when he wanted to judge. The lady said, I took two things from the man that slept with me. I took his ring. I also took his signet, his ring and his staff. So look at it and see if you know who has this. And of course, in our repented, of course, that girl gave birth to two boys, Phares and his brother. It was from that the lineage of Judah was preserved. The first son, Phares, was through that lineage that Jesus finally came, that David came. But because there was incest, you slept with your daughter-in-law, dominion was suspended for 10 generations. 10. Show it to them. A bastard will not enter the congregation of the Lord till the 10th generation. So now, if you go to those genealogy, anywhere you see Judah, count till David is 10th generation. This is why when the children of Israel started crying for king, God could not give them, because the mantle is Judah's, but God could not give them. He allowed Saul to become king. There are things people do that suspends their mantle, that suspends their calling. And sometimes you can do some things that can affect future generations. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord even to his 10th generation. So it takes 10 generations before the thing is restored. You can say, God, forgive me. He will forgive you. But the thing is still lost. Okay, go to that testament of Judah, the next chapter. I want them to hear one or two instructions from Judah as it relates. That next, where you stop, the next, go there. Okay, Judah describes some archaeological findings and all of that. We came upon them with rods, and they all fled, passing by another way. They fought my father. The same people, the ones that ran away, fought my father, and he made peace with them. We did to them no hurt, because Jacob had signed a treaty with them. We did to them no hurt. They became tributaries. They were paying tax to us, and we restored to them their spoil. Okay? And I built Tamna. My father built Parabah. So you see, all of them are into major building projects. That thing you saw David built a lot of cities. Finally, Solomon built. He is not the first. Jacob did it. Now Judah is doing it. His father built one city, he built the next one. Then verse 51. I want to show you something. Yeah. 18 years, my father abode. After I built Tamar and all that. Yes, next verse. I was 20 years old when this is what I want to show you. I was 20 years old. Go there. Yeah, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to say, I was 20 years, because these young people that have it sings of the youth. It's what I want to show you. I was 20 years old. You see, when he did all this exploit, the guy was just 20. David started at 16, 17, 18. It was at 18, 17, he was now anointed king by someone. He has been doing these exploits. I was 20 years old when this war befell. The Canaanites feared me and my brethren. I had much cattle. You see, the principles of the house of Judah, I showed you the issue of wealth. Wealth goes with this. Note it all. I don't know if you noted in the list. I had much cattle. I had 4 chief herdsmen, Iram and the Adumalite. This is one that was looking after his cattle and wealth. Okay, next verse. Now, want you to see this. Everybody see this. And when I went to him, I saw Paseba, king of Adullam. And he spake to us, and he made us a feast. I want you to watch now. Because there is now peace. You forget that the enemy is the enemy. Dominion has come. You have subdued everybody. You forget that the enemy is still the enemy, because you have conquered him. He now threw a feast for them. The same thing that happened to the Maccabees. He made us a feast. And when I was heated, he gave me his daughter to wife. And she bare me Er, Onan, and Sheila. You remember the names I read for you in Genesis? And 2 of them the Lord smote. Okay, 2 died, 1 lived. Sheila lived. Yeah, please correct that part. 2 died, Sheila lived, and 2 of them the Lord smote. Sheila lived, and his children, you are. He's right talking to his children now. They are descendants of Sheila. And of course the other boy. Go down to that next page. I'll need to show them this. Please, fast. You won't forget my meeting with you today in a hurry. This thing will stay with you for years. "18 years, my father had peace with his brother." Okay, go down. I don't want to talk about their war with the Esau. Go down to verse. Because the Edomites also fought them, the descendants of Esau. So I'm not interested in that. Go to verse 10. I'm interested in this girl. Verse 10. "After these things, my son Er took to him a wife." What is the name of the wife? Shall I read it for you? "From Mesopotamia, a daughter of Aram." The girl is a good girl. Do you know Mesopotamia? He went to where Abraham, Isaac, that same place where they all get the good wife, where Sarah and Rebecca came from and got his wife. The women are good. Okay, now Er was wicked. You read it in Genesis. But I want you to see something that was edited. How that wickedness came. He was in need concerning Tamar because she was not of the land of Canaan. So he wanted to marry Canaanite women. Because this girl was not from there, he refused to do his duty. Now watch verse 12. On the third night, an angel of the Lord smote him. This angel of might that is supposed to be protecting them killed him. He had not known her according to the evil craftiness of his mother. You see it? That Canaanite woman he married destroyed these boys. The evil craftiness of his mother, for he did not wish to have children by her. Who taught him, don't get her pregnant? This is what you must be doing. In the days of the wedding feast, I gave honor to her in marriage. So the second boy, Honor, marries the second girl. And he also, in the wickedness, knew her not. You remember he was spilling the sperm on the ground, though he spent with her a whole year. And when I threatened him, he went unto her, but he spilled the seed on the ground. That he even went because his father threatened him. According to the command of who? His mother. He also died through wickedness. So it's 2 boys that died, not 3. Verse 16. I wish to give Sheila also to her. That's, but his mother did not permit it, for she wrought evil against Tamar because she was not of the daughters of Canaan, as she also herself was. Now we're talking about the 3rd boy now. And I knew that the race of Canaanite was wicked, but the impulse of youth blinded my mind. Everyone said the impulse of the youth. The sins of the youth is lost, and they blind the eyes. He was taught, he knew the truth. Lost blinds the eyes. When I saw her pouring out wine, you see, it was wine he came to serve him. Owing to the intoxication of wine, I was deceived and took her, although my father has not counseled it. So this guy was very submissive. He was on this woman's issue. He rebelled against his father. And look at the consequences. 10th generation, his lineage was suspended from dominion. If you notice, New Testament, if you are to ordain a bishop, you are to ordain an elder, you are to ordain a pastor, it's a look at the quality of the women they are. If they don't meet, disqualify the man, because that woman will bring problem. A lot of the rebellions you see in the church is from home. It's from home. How can you remain an assistant pastor? You need to start your own church. Is that how they start churches? Didn't you see how they bought Jeep for him? Is from home. If he's a child of God, they know God's ordinance. They won't advise you that way. I knew that the rest of the Canaanites are very wicked, but the impulse of the youth blinded my mind. And when I saw her pouring wine, owing to the intoxication of wine, I was deceived. Took her contrary to the counsel of my father. Look at verse. And while I was away, she went and took for Sheila a wife from Canaan. Do you see? Can you imagine a wife that can go and marry? Not marry for the son. And when I knew what she had done, I cursed her in the anguish of my soul and she died. He should have done that course in 6. He had the anointing. He could have sentenced her sins. Anyway, she died through her wickedness, together with her what? She had destroyed this next generation. After those things, while Tamar was a widow, she heard after 2 years that I was going on to share my sheep, and she adorned herself in bridal array and sat in the city and by the gate. He's now telling the story of how he slept with Tamar. I want to stop it there. The whole thing is there. But at the end of it, he started giving instructions to his own children. Stay away from alcohol and anything that messes with your mind. Stay away from immorality. Stay away from rebellion. Anyway, 10 years after him, David emerged, and he was a man after God's heart. If you're going to walk in the anointing and the mantle of the house of Judah, 4 things. Stay away from greed and financial corruption. Your mantle will get you more wealth than you can handle. You don't need to do corruption. You don't need to. That anointing will get you wealth. Stay away from rebellion. Rebellion and dominion do not go together. One enters, the other one goes. Rebellion removes dominion, and dominion works with submission. Stay away from Canaanite women. Stay away from immorality. And be careful about the choice of woman that you marry. Be careful about who your flesh is attracted to. Marriage is more than self-gratification. Because all these things will affect the next generation. And then stay away with anything that messes with your mind. And intoxicating elements today is not just alcohol. Pornography is part of it. Drugs are part of it. And there are other things. Some music are part of it. They mess the mind and they excite lust to a level that it becomes uncontrollable. There are some music you should not be listening to. There are some movies you should not be watching. There are some things you should not be taking. Stay away from that. And immorality also brings intoxication. It's not just something you do, it leaves you. It messes with the mind. It creates obsession. It creates addiction. And then people end up being destroyed by it. Bow down your heads.